Guys, so I heard you were having trouble doing some of these practice problems, so I'm going to work out one supply one and one demand for you guys just so you can see how to do this. Also bear with me because I'm trying to graph and record my own video. Also, I have my 2 dogs and all 3 kids at home, so it's kind of crazy in my house. Okay, so if you look at number 7, the government sharply increases the minimum wage, raising the wages of many workers. So if the government increases wages, this one is going to be an aggregate supply problem, right? Wages is an input cost to production, and if they increase the wages, this means businesses will have to pay their workers more, which will decrease aggregate supply. So we start with our basic graph. Our y-axis is price level, our x-axis is real GDP. We have aggregate supply, aggregate demand, and our equilibrium, our starting point. We come across PL1, this is our price level, and our Y1 is our output, right? This tells us our GDP and our unemployment. So this is just the base of the graph, okay? So now we know if they increase wages, cost of production will go up, which means aggregate supply will decrease. So in this case, it's going to be a shift to the left. Okay, so now at my new equilibrium, PL2, Y2. So you can see here, my price level has risen, showing inflation. My output has decreased, meaning we're gonna have less GDP, more unemployment. Okay, so now what I need to identify, my price level has increased, my GDP has decreased, my unemployment has increased. Okay, that's what I'm looking for, right? Those dotted lights, the dotted lines are your friend, and you should definitely use them. Okay, if you look at number 9, this is a demand example. Okay, Congress raises taxes and cuts spending. Remember, we said aggregate demand is equal to GDP, which is C plus I plus G plus X. Okay, so if they cut spending, that means our G is going to go down. Okay, a decrease in GDP. If they raise taxes, that means consumers have less money, and even potentially businesses have less money. Okay, so that means that 3 parts of GDP are going to decrease, right? And if GDP goes down, aggregate demand must also go down. So when we graph it, right, price level, real GDP, aggregate supply, aggregate demand, here's my equilibrium, PL1, Y1. All right, so now, because our C went down, our I went down, and our G goes down, GDP decreases, which means aggregate demand. Remember, aggregate demand is GDP. So in this case, our aggregate demand is gonna shift to the left. Here's my new equilibrium, PL2, Y2. So now you can see my price level has dropped, deflation. My output has also dropped. So in this case, I have my price level has dropped, my GDP has dropped, my unemployment has gone up. Okay, if you have questions about other ones, please send me a message on Remind so I can help you.